One question we get asked by home buyers in the Worcestershire area is how soon after I've completed on a purchase will I get the keys? So the completion often takes place on a Friday. I don't know why it's always a Friday. Maybe it's because of the weekend afterwards, but they're often on a Friday. And the way that it works, on the day of the completion, the money will start at the bottom of the chain. So the first person that's purchasing in the chain will get their money across from their solicitor into the account for the next person. This money is a combination of deposit that's obviously going to be from the buyer themselves, plus their mortgage monies, which would have been requested from the lender. Now, that money, as you can imagine, then has to make its way up the chain. Now, if it goes to the next point and they put in more money themselves, that money gets collected together and it goes up to the next one, and. But in terms of getting the keys for the property you're looking to purchase, we have to be aware that the homeowner in the first home will be homeless from the point at which the sale's gone through to their buyer and not able to move into the next one until they have the call to say they can get the keys. So often on the day of completion, you need to have a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of understanding. It's typically around lunchtime that most things get concluded. So that's around the time when you were able to come into the office to get the keys. Our sales progressors will always call you to keep you informed. If the vendor's just having a quick tidy up at the end or needs to leave a couple of bits on the front lawn whilst it means they can get away from the property, we will let you know that. What we've always found in the past is whilst you might get loaded up straight away in the morning, I'd find yourself somewhere safe and secure that you can go and sit. So if you're using a removal firm, they probably have places they can go to anyway. If you go and sit on the end of the drive of the house you're buying, it adds a bit of tension really, because it puts a bit of pressure on the vendor that's there, and that's not really needed on a day that's already stressful enough and also often emotional because they're leaving their family home that they've obviously spent some time in. So on the day of completion, you'll get the keys as soon as we're able to give them over. We often ask there's a bit of understanding. Whilst you would have completed on your purchase of the property, we always like the property to be empty before we give you your key to get into it. And there's often a lot of communication on the day just to make sure that you know what's going on and what the timescales are. Unfortunately, there's sometimes been cases where banks or building societies have taken too long to get the money out, and therefore payments have gone in right at the tail end of the day. But some Nicol Co staff, I'll be honest with you, have been known to actually go and help on the day and move some of the stuff in to make it less stressful for the buyer or for the vendor that's leaving. So we do what we can to help out and muck in when we need to.